a bloody hole appeared in his chest. Zhang Yi raised a big gun and aimed it at his head. "I told you, don't act rashly. If I can't control you, can't I control your weaknesses?" Phoenix Academy covered his chest with one hand. Sneer appeared on the corner of Phoenix Academy's mouth. Just when he was about to say something, he suddenly felt dizzy. Soon he realized what had happened. Zhang Yi secretly thought it was a pity. Has it been discovered? He took out a bullet with an icy blue glow on it. This batch of origin bullets is specially made with a powerful anesthetic added to it, because he didn't have a way to kill Phoenix. Inan Ren, for the time being, he planned to anesthetize him and then seal him up. I didn't expect this guy to be so vigilant and commit suicide at the slightest mistake. Zhang Yi raised the thunder in his hand and aimed at Feng Huang Yuan Ren again. Phoenix. Yuan Ren couldn't dodge this bullet. He could hide away, but Mayumi Takeuchi behind him couldn't. At this time, the two of them are in a state of terrifying balance. Zhang Yi knew that he could not kill Feng Huang Yuan Ren with just the gun in his hand. However, Phoenix Inan didn't dare to abandon Mayumi Takeuchi and came to kill Zhang Yi at all costs. At this moment, Jinguji Seiichiro thought of a solution. "Zhang Yi's attack ability is not strong. I will block his attacks, and then you go and kill him." After that, he asked Kanemaru to take him back to Mayumi Takeuchi. As for the Shikigami that were originally summoned, summoning 10 Shikigami at once is his upper limit. Kanemaru is the representative of power among the Shikigami. He has the strongest physique and top-notch defensive capabilities. 9 huge golden apes protected Takeuchi Mayumi, leaving no gap. For Zhang Yi, Feng Huang Yuanren now had no worries and came to kill Zhang Yi again. Puff! He bit his wrist, causing blood vessels to rupture and large amounts of blood to scatter in the air. Then it turned into a flaming crow that filled the sky. Suppress the demon karma and kill 3,000 crows. The huge flock of crows let out an ominous cry of death and swept away. Zhang Yi's eyes condensed, and white light flashed in his right eye. Kamui! The space in front of me was obviously distorted for an instant, and then the space hundreds of meters in front was cleared, all. The Karma Fire Crows were smashed into pieces, leaving nothing behind. All fortifications, tanks, and even mountains could not stop Zhang Yi's sniper attack. Zhang Yi, Hoen Jin, Jinguji Seiichiro, and Takeuchi Mayumi. These 4 people form a delicate balance, and the core around it is Mayumi Takeuchi. Due to her special abilities, she cannot leave the battlefield, and trying to rely on objects to defend against Zhang Yi's sniper attack was even more impossible. At this time, Zhang Yi would not completely trust anyone, including Gao Changkong's promised support, and Zhang Yi would not rely too much on it. He quickly scanned the entire battlefield with his eyes, and he also had some considerations. In his mind, I have held back 2 of Eclipse's high-level combat forces and created time pressure on them. Coupled with local operations, we have a natural advantage. Next, it depends on whether I kill Phoenix Yuanren first, or whether my mutant space is corrupted by him first. At this time, he was being stared at by Phoenix Academy Ren Phoenix Inner. Ren had no chance to take action against the rest of the Tengu team, and neither could Zhang Yi. When masters compete, any distraction will create an opportunity for the opponent which may be fatal. On the Tianhai City Coalition side, Xiao Honglian, Xing Tian, and others, together with Uncle Yu and Fatty Shu, controlled a commanding height. Xiao Honglian and Xing Tian looked at each other. "We can't kill the frontal battlefield, so let's help Zhang Yi and others deal with the miscellaneous soldiers on the outside." That's exactly what I meant. Their strength cannot reach the level of the investigation team and Eclipse, and they know this. But against pirates, they can still give it a try. A layer of milky white light emerged from Xing Tian's body, and the abilities of Xingtian Legion were given to hundreds of people around him. Xiao Honglian ordered his men in an orderly manner to prepare for the attack. The gunners behind him climbed onto the chariot, opened the door, and immediately revealed more than a dozen artillery pieces, aiming at the invading pirates. "Put!" Xiao Honglian gave the order and the artillery fired in unison. At this time, Uncle Yu's powerful voice came over. "You all get out of the way and let me do it." Xingtian and others followed the sound, and the scene in front of them made them widen their eyes. Uncle Yu was wearing an extremely weird costume. Rather than saying it is a costume, it is better to say that a variety of high destructive firearms have been assembled together to form an extremely heavy and shocking armor. It was a black armored suit with 2 airborne Gatling cannons on the arms, mini cannons on the shoulders, and 4 rapid-fire machine guns on the waist. In other places, visible to the naked eye, spare heavy firearms were hung, and bullet belts were wrapped around his body. This set of weapons cannot be dislodged without weighing over 1,000 kilograms. At this time, Uncle Yu's legs were deeply stuck in the snow. He walked forward step by step, letting the pirate's bullets hit his body, but it was like scratching an itch. Even if he is injured by a heavy firearm, his body can recover quickly. "Fat Shoe!" Uncle Yu yelled. Fatty Shoe shouted, "Got it!" This is not the first time that the two of them have cooperated. They have a tacit understanding for a long time. Fatty Shoe quickly used his flowing snow ability to form a huge snowstorm in the direction of the pirate attack. Although it has almost no lethality, it is enough to cause huge confusion to the opponent and interfere with their vision. But Uncle Yu walked to the battle formation alone. Then, he roared and activated his weapons. Xingtian immediately released all the ability blessings of the Xingtian Legion and poured all his power into Uncle Yu. Although it is not an origin bullet, the thermal weapon is still very lethal to ordinary pirates and low-level mutants. What's more, it's such a weapon and equipment of great destruction. With the blessing of Fatty Shoe's abilities, the pirates in the blizzard were like lambs waiting to be slaughtered. Their bodies were mercilessly penetrated by high-energy bullets, and in the blink of an eye, a large number of pirates were torn to pieces. On another battlefield, Dagong Yanjin and Baili Changqing came to a secluded place away from the main battlefield. Neither of them wanted to be disturbed in this battle. Dai Gong Yanjin has started the transformation of the Beastman system. In the form of Xiaohu, he is more than 3 meters tall, like an ancient ape man, with explosive muscles all over his body. "Sumo wrestler, I am different from you. I am a soldier, and it is the duty of a soldier to obey orders. Complete the mission and protect my homeland. This is my greatest mission. So, you have to die here." After Baili Changqing said this, he took out a pill from his pocket and threw it into his mouth. "We must win this battle." With the entrance of compound number 5, Baili Changqing's body suddenly erupted with a shuddering aura. A stream of red blood-like air flowed out from his limbs and bones, steaming around his body. Compound number 5 is such a dangerous thing that even captain-level figures would not dare to use it easily. But now, Baili Changqing understands the current situation. Someone in Blizzard City wants to get rid of them, so no one can count on them. If you want to survive and annihilate Eclipse Moon, you must go all out and leave no escape route for yourself. Ill! As soon as Baili Changqing finished speaking, his figure appeared in front of Dagong Yanjin. Then a simple straight punch hit Dagong Yanjin in the chest. Boom! Dagong Yanjin was caught off guard and was blown hundreds of meters away. His huge body rolled hundreds of times on the ground before it came to a stop. But when he raised his head, Baili Changqing kicked him with a big foot directly in the face. Dagong Yanjin's teeth were kicked out several times and he flew up like a kite. "It's not fair, you're taking drugs." Dagong Yanjin suddenly realized what Baili Changqing had done. He yelled angrily. For a sumo wrestler, taking drugs is an extremely shameful act. What makes him even more angry is that as a Ronin, he does not have such high-tech products to enhance his strength. Baili Changqing said coldly, "I am a soldier. Soldiers are not warriors and have no ridiculous concept of fairness. They only want results. In a life-and-death fight, if I live and you die, that's fair." Baili Changqing's attack hit Dagong Yanjin before it even landed. His speed was too fast and his strength was too strong. Dagong Yanjin was hung up and beaten. His whole body was covered with scars, and he didn't even have a chance to fight back. What? Dagong. Yanjin let out an extremely angry roar, and he felt extremely aggrieved. Bai Li Changqing's sarcastic voice continued to ring in his ears. Neon bastard, I thought you were so powerful. Without the ability of the divination witch, are you nothing? More than this? The sound of gold and iron clashing came from the snowfield. Fang Tian's painted halberd hit Dragonfly Qi hard, and the shock caused a terrifying shock wave, which instantly swept away the ice and snow hundreds of meters in radius. Dagong Yanjin was knocked away directly. His jaws were trembling. For the first time, he felt his weakness in strength. Bai Li Changqing held Fang Tian's painted halberd in her backhand and walked on the snow. The sharp edge of the halberd splashed large sparks on the rocks on the ground. You neon people like to imitate everything from our Huakshu country. What kind of Honda Tadakatsu and Lu Bu, the #1 general in the Three Kingdoms? What's ridiculous is that a group of Japanese people who are less than 1.5 meters tall, and not even as tall as a horse, have the right to be called the mightiest generals of the world. Bai Li Changqing stared at the 3-meter-tall Dagong Yanjin with a mocking look on his lips. Sure enough, the more people lack something, the more they want to show it. The reason why he changed his weapon to Fang Tian painted halberd was to deal with Dragonfly Kiri of Dagong Yanjin, so that he can see how his ancestors' things are played. What is the weapon that a truly fierce general should use? Bai Li Changqing was in an absolute advantage, and his halberd blade passed through the body of Dagong Yanjin many times. Then, no blood was seen, but instead the thick fat on his body was seen first. Bai Li Changqing couldn't help but his face darkened. If he delays it, once the effects of the medicine wear off, he will fall into a state of great weakness. Therefore, we must fight quickly. Zhang Yi looked down at the battlefield from a high altitude. On the battlefield, Xiao Honglian and Xingtian were fighting against Kaunte. He thought, since it was difficult for me to kill Dagong Yanjin and Canute with a sniper rifle, it would be better to shoot them directly while they are still fighting. I can kill them unexpectedly. He pointed his gun on the battlefield. With his precise shooting ability, he won't miss his target. But when Phoeniox saw Zhang Yi distracted, he said, "Guess who is faster? You shot them to death, or I killed those 2 women who were following you."